Hey Freunde, herzlich willkommen zu einem neuen Video auf meinem Kanal. Wir reagieren hier live auf Twitch auf ein Video von Tanktestet. Eine 17-Foot Aquarium mit Living Wall. Ja, ich würde sagen, wir quatschen gar nicht lang, sondern schauen uns das mal direkt an.
Today, we're going inside the Amazon spheres in Seattle, Washington. Home to more than 40,000 plants, the spheres also contain a 4-story living
Heftig.
wall and several one-of-a-kind aquariums. In this video, we're
Ja, das sieht schon episch aus, oder? Das sieht schon echt geil aus.
looking at just one of them. I'm Alex, and this is Tank Tested. If you'd like to see more of the Amazon spheres, please hit the subscribe button and let me know in the comments down below which feature you'd like a closer look at.
Digga, wie hoch ist denn diese Living Wall?
Today, I'm handing the reins over to Stephen Waldron of Aquarium Zen, who helped create this exhibit. I hope you enjoy.
I was approached fairly early on in the development of the Spheres project, honestly about a week before my shop opened in 2014. And the architects, designers, heads of project managers came through here, and they saw what I was doing. I was doing these
Das ist auch geil gemacht.
living wall aquariums. I was doing a lot of emergent vegetation coming out of the aquarium, and this was totally new to them. And they really had no plans to incorporate aquariums into their designs until they came here. So that was really nice to be able to inspire these high-level creators and architects and designers that we could put these planted aquariums in those spaces. So,
Es ist schon echt ein Klotz, oder? Richtig nice.
early on, I got involved. We created an aquarium in one of the corporate buildings that featured a large living wall as a backdrop and a 17-foot long, 500
Vor allem der Übergang von E-Mails auf Submails ist halt echt geil.
gallon aquarium below it that would act as, you know, a planted garden, and the interplay of the two, you know, is obviously quite compelling and interesting. It replicates again the feel of being along a string bank or something like that. Living walls are an interesting horticultural art form of their own right, and of course planted aquariums are, and combining the two is not something you see very often.
Mich würde halt interessieren, ob das bewässert ist, der Hintergrund, also diese Living Wall, oder ob die einfach nur separat gegossen wird.
And they're on very sophisticated life support systems. Both of them are fully automated. The aquarium's on an Apex system, has a sump and a really interesting CO2 injection system, and it's dosed regularly, automatically, and it has an automatic water change system. There's a floor drain below it, and it changes the water itself twice a day. It has 2 10% water changes, and the tech behind it was pretty interesting to watch unfold. And Tom Barr, a famous aquascaper and planted aquarium guru, played a huge role in designing the system, so we knew it was going to grow plants well, and it's like a plant growing machine. I maintained that aquarium for about 2 years.
Mich würde halt echt mal interessieren, ob die nochmal zeigen, wie die Technik dahinter ist. Also geil, das tut's ja, aber mich würde halt interessieren, wie diese Living Wall, ob die bewässert wird oder nicht.
And, you know, weekly and every week I was pulling out 5-gallon buckets of Java ferns and mosses, things that we typically consider slow-growing plants were growing quite explosively in that aquarium. So it was a great farm in addition to just being a beautiful aquarium. When you're designing an aquarium on that scale, low maintenance is really probably critical, unless you're going to hire a full-time staff to manicure the aquarium every day. They were just having me at the time consult and maintain the aquarium once a week. So we have to make sure it's going to be okay between those visits and not get overrun by plant growth or algae or anything. So I had to be careful in my selections, not only make them interesting, but also manageable. So we chose a lot of Bucephalandras, mosses.
Okay, die Bucephalandras bekommen ein bisschen zu viel Licht, hat meiner Meinung nach, deswegen sehen die so aus. Aber schon krass bewachsen, ey.
Ferns. There's also some beautiful red tiger lilies in the aquarium.
Im Chat hat gerade jemand gefragt, wie man die Lotus so buschig bekommt. Die muss er einfach immer wieder schneiden, die darf nicht an die Oberfläche kommen, dann wächst sie nach unten breit raus.
And yeah, they're fairly simple plants. But that's one thing I learned early on from Takashi Yamano's designs is, maybe the hottest, rarest stem plant that fetches $15 a stem, on the internet is not the plant you want to use for your design. You have to think of these as aesthetic elements, and are they going to perform like that versus just kind of barely grow or grow only under certain very specific conditions. So Takashi Yamano was always using weedy, simple plants for his designs, and so I took a page from him, of course, as we all do. He's the originator of our aquascaping hobby. One of the goals with the design of that aquarium was to make it a large shrimp tank, actually. I had a aquarium here in my shop that was a shrimp-focused aquarium, and it had a lot of little dwarf shrimp in it. And when they saw that, they were really blown away because they'd always just considered fish, for a fish tank, never,
Chris sollte eigentlich für Garnelen sein, hat aber jetzt trotzdem Fische reingemacht. Das ist auch schon krass.
That it could be an invertebrate-focused animal community, and just made these simple plant selections with the idea that we provide a lot of habitat for shrimps. We'd have a simple school of cardinal tetras. I eventually added some rasboras, and I believe there's some discus in there now.
Was ist das hier für eine Pflanze? Ist das eine Krypto? Ich glaube, das ist eine Krypto, diese lange hier. Ich weiß nicht, wie sie heißt. Wenn es jemand weiß, kann es das bitte Wenn es jemand weiß, kann das ja mal bitte in die Kommentare schreiben.
Which probably gonna kind of thin out the shrimp population at some point. But at one point, the shrimps were so successful in there, I was pulling out like 100, 200 shrimp a week.
Thanks for watching.
Cooles Video, aber wie gesagt, ich hätte mir halt gewünscht, dass der zeigt, wie die Technik dahinter funktioniert. Das würde mich auf jeden Fall mal interessieren. Ansonsten sehr geiles Video.